I'm not me, or at least a clone of their voice, and welcome to the 4th episode of the Final Contingency. As you can see, the Synchron machine fleet, commanded by Admiral Ebader, is receiving upgrades at the station named after their leader. After that, the Discovery Division detected more alien signals. Like the others, they will be deciphered and their origin uncovered. The sender has been codenamed the Iota Aliens, and a team of scientists has been assigned to investigate. Construction has just finished on a new holding construction ship, which has been named the Knots Robust Command. It has a unique goal: the internal development of infrastructure. Its first assignment is the construction of orbitals in the Sun system. These creator-designed space stations will be built in orbit around the system's planetary bodies and will serve as living spaces, industrial hubs, and bases for resource extraction. The first of these, a major orbital, will be constructed above the gas giant known as Uranus. Strange name, I know. The study of the Koth alien in the Husea system has concluded, and the results are interesting, though somewhat underwhelming. The Discovery Division has determined that the life form is a particulate cloud of debris and space dust, possessing an extremely strong electrical charge used to move and attack intruders in its system. How this charge is sustained remains a mystery, and whether or not the creature is capable of thought or decision-making is even more uncertain. Aside from the name Void Cloud, little concrete information has been gathered. The Physics Division will conduct a follow-up study to uncover more, so we'll have to wait and see if there are any answers to be found. The Night Fortress has made a new discovery. Upon entering the Kian system, it observed two notable objects. The first is a pulsar at the center of the system, already known to us, but now observable up close. The second is a space station in medium orbit around the pulsar. It resembles the one inhabited by the Mutagan Merchant Guild, and appears to be the source of the Iota aliens' broadcast. Given the similarities, not holding diplomats questioned the merchants to see if they knew anything about the Iota. They confirmed they are in contact with them. However, when asked for a way to communicate, the merchants explained the Iota prefer that we translate their language ourselves as a test of our intelligence. Apparently all the necessary information is in the broadcast, and this process is part of their first contact protocol. Strange to be sure, but the merchants assured us that we wouldn't regret jumping through these hoops, and that we, quote, would like those guys. Take that for what it's worth. The Physics Division has had more luck than Discovery in their study of the Void Cloud. After extensive testing and simulation, it has been determined that the cloud is one of the oldest entities in the universe and possesses an animalistic level of intelligence. Though how is difficult to explain, the current theory suggests that a combination of strong electromagnetic fields, strange primordial stardust, gravitational effects, and quantum entanglement has created an approximation of neural pathways. This study has greatly advanced our understanding of physics, and the full implications are still being processed. In the galactic south, a rare type of star has been discovered. In the Delanath system, the furthest south we have explored, an O-type star has been identified. These extremely large, purple-hued stars emit a staggering amount of solar energy, even compared to other stellar bodies. For reference, our Sun emits 20% as much energy as the Delanath star. We will obviously construct solar collectors around it, but the R&D department is already brainstorming ways to harvest even more from this behemoth. There's an update on the unknown spacefaring aliens beyond the Olympians. Long-range listening posts and deep space probes have confirmed the existence of ships and stations in at least one system, and transmissions from them have reached Discovery. So far there's nothing groundbreaking, but the dedicated team will continue trying. More aliens. In the Petron system, south of Delanath, the Knots Round Engines scanners have detected a ship, seemingly a science ship. This one resembles a more traditional design, unlike the Olympians' rock ships, but it lacks the quantity of heat sinks found on our vessels, suggesting a lower level of automation. You know the drill. Another team has been assigned. After around 20 years of service to Holding, Ibitor has defined their specialization. While they primarily work with the fleet, Ibitor has proven themselves to be a talented administrator. Whether coordinating with shipyards or directing training facilities, they excel behind the scenes. Because of this, Ibitor has truly earned the title of strategist. An interesting development from the observation station above Basteron. The primitives have developed a written language. More specifically, the native Utsuchi population has created several pictographic and hieroglyphic communication systems. While far from a word-based writing system, it's an important step. Interestingly, one of the systems has a grammatical structure similar to our own. Some scientists aboard the station suggested it might be possible to covertly encourage its wider adoption, which could make the Utsuchi more receptive to us. However, our observation is strictly non-interventionist, so we won't be doing that. Something incredible has been found in the Dandui system. In the galactic north, the planet Dandui 5 is covered in the ruins of what appears to have been a planet-spanning city. Though now dilapidated, this relic is invaluable for archaeology, and highly habitable, given how similar its urban environment is to our own habitats. Due to its unique combination of age and utility, our scientists have begun referring to this type of planet as a relic world, identified. And the Night Fortress will soon begin its investigation. The Iota Aliens broadcast has finally been translated, and we are now in contact with the independent space station known as the Curator Order. According to them, they are an intergalactic society of historians and archivists that has existed for eons, preserving knowledge and technology. While their age is unverified, their advanced capabilities are undeniable. Andromeda has made a deal to fund their order in exchange for knowledge. This curator knowledge is so advanced it must first be analyzed before use, but it's already proving valuable to our R&D. The next expansion of Robbot's commerce division has been implemented. More resources have been directed toward funding new businesses, helping fill market gaps and create jobs. The biggest beneficiaries appear to be the traders, those who buy goods from suppliers and sell to consumers. Their growth is welcome, as their activity helps generate significant revenue for us. Something interesting has been discovered by the Round Engine. In the Delanath system, the one with the O-class star, there's a molten world called Delanath 1 that experiences near-constant volcanic activity. During its survey, the ship found ruins on one of the few stable areas. These ruins seem to belong to an early space-age civilization, featuring large cities and continent-spanning transit networks. Whether this species developed on a molten world or the planet changed later is unknown, but there's clearly much to learn. A station will need to be built first, but you can be sure that as soon as it is, Tracker will be on it like space-grade adhesive on a ship's hull. Andromeda has been busy working with the other Executive Council members to reform Holding's internal operations. First, they collaborated with Tracker to streamline the R&D department's workflow, improving research speed. Definitely not just an excuse to spend time together. Nope, definitely not. Anyway, Andromeda also worked with Abater and Bracer to improve the Navy Division's logistics. By optimizing ship suppliers and transport routes, they've reduced upkeep costs, a move beloved by corporations. Simultaneously, Holding's executives launched campaigns to improve overall operations. Robbot began infrastructure improvements on the Sun habitat, and is working with corporate reps to expedite territorial expansion approvals. Meanwhile, Ibader continues refining fleet upkeep. Not the flashiest update, but this kind of behind-the-scenes work is what lets a governing body improve, bit by bit. If you were wondering whether we succeeded in fulfilling the shareholders' agenda, we did. It's been 10 years since Andromeda and the corporate board called a shareholder meeting, and we've built enough resource extraction stations to meet their expectations. Very good. This one was quick. The team dedicated to translating the language of the aliens from the Petron system has finished their work, and we are now in contact with a race called the Painan, governed by the Painan Commonwealth.
Ready to run.
And be careful, like, this never happened to me. I had a very responsible parachute. Like, and my friends that they drink, so they drink, you know, they treat like, there are like many things.
Ready to run. 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 Ready to run.
Well, that was certainly something, but there's no time to critically examine that interaction because The aliens we detected in the Slaugnet Head system have established communications with us. They are humanoids who call themselves the Nagyari. They are pale-skinned, with dark, curved horns arching backward from the sides of their heads. Their government is a military junta, called the Iron Ring, which is also apparently the name of their homeworld. From what we can tell, their society is authoritarian, xenophobic, and militaristic. All of this information is speculative and based solely on communications with their representatives, as we cannot enter their space. It lies beyond Olympian territory, and our sensors don't reach far enough to observe their planets directly. Taking a more detailed look at the Painan, we find that their government is a direct democracy, and their society is egalitarian, xenophilic, and materialistic. Their planets are also too far away for our sensors to gather additional information, but unlike the Nagyari, there's a clear hyperlane path toward their space. The Painan are open to diplomacy, so an embassy and diplomatic staff are being sent to their homeworld to improve relations and learn more about them. The Olympian delegation to the Sun habitat has shown great interest in our power generation, specifically our fusion nuclear reactors. Apparently, the Olympians still rely on fission reactors, and their scientists have been working toward upgrading to fusion for some time. Some members of the delegation have formally asked not Holding to gift this technology to the Olympian star dynasty. We are now under pressure to acquiesce, as Arapoid has taken it upon themselves to prepare a package of documentation and diagrams that would allow Olympian scientists to develop fusion power. Meanwhile, the Alien Justice Foundation has begun advocating for the transfer on the grounds that it would improve relations and benefit the Olympian people. Ultimately, the decision falls to Andromeda and the shareholders. While some proposed granting the technology in exchange for something, a technological trade, it was determined that our tech is well ahead of theirs, and they likely have little to offer in return. Holding has decided to grant the gift. Their reasoning is that maintaining good relations with the Olympians is too important to jeopardize, especially with the Iron Ring as a potentially aggressive neighbor. Military cooperation with the Olympians could soon become essential. Holding has built a new science ship and appointed a new senior scientist to command it, but this time, something's off. The new ship, the Knots Avalanche, is not an upgraded Neutron-class vessel, but a prototype of a new, seemingly inferior class. And the scientist assigned to lead it, IHE, is an unusual choice. They're not even a scientist. Their previous role was in military logistics. Their first mission is stranger still. They are to go to the Junhaus system and assist a research station. This is all rather unusual behavior from Tracker, who is in charge of the assignment, but I'm sure it'll all make sense eventually. Oh, and Andromeda has created a new division within Not Holding, but we'll get to that later. An unidentified ship has been detected in the Shidmo system, west of the border between Holding and the Commonwealth. After consulting with the Painan to confirm that it isn't one of theirs, the Discovery Division has determined that it's an alien science vessel. They've codenamed them the Phi Aliens, and a team has been assigned to investigate. It's strange, this is starting to feel repetitive, but I suppose that's just what exploring space for the first time is like. Many, many first contacts in rapid succession. Remember that metallic sphere in the Gargantua system? Well, now it's trying to talk to us. Probably not, but it's fun to imagine. It's begun emitting radio waves toward the black hole at the center of the system. While this may amount to nothing, Tracker isn't letting the opportunity slip by. The signal could allow for, if not an interaction, then at least a way to learn more about it. The Knots Vitality will head for the sphere as soon as it completes its current survey. The Knots Avalanche has reached the Junhaus system, but instead of heading toward the station or an orbital lab, it's making for one of the hyperlane exits, the one leading into Olympian space. Once it arrives at the exit, it activates the device that makes it a prototype. One moment it's there, the next, it's gone. The Avalanche is officially MIA. If you haven't figured it out yet, this ship is a stealth ship, equipped with the first stealth field generator capable of rendering it invisible, and avoiding pretty much every method of passive detection. Its commander is not IHI of the R&D department, or even IHI of the Asset Protection Logistics team, but IHI of corporate intelligence. Their mission, enter Olympian space, reach territory, controlled by the Iron Ring, infiltrate it, and determine the territorial extent of their state, and locate their homeworld. Let's hope it goes well. If they're discovered, it would be not only a diplomatic disaster, but a personal one. The Avalanche is unarmed and would be destroyed by any military force. No pressure, of course. The first report has come back from the diplomatic team sent to the Painan Commonwealth. While they're still working to understand the culture and society, they have secured an agreement with the Painan government on Holding's behalf. Essentially, it's a non-aggression pact. But it also includes provisions for open borders for scientific vessels and conditional open borders for military ones. there was never any real danger of conflict between our nations, so in some ways this might seem like a formality. However, it's an important step toward establishing trust, and will pave the way for further agreements and cooperation. I can't wait. There's been a completely unbelievable discovery in the Shidmo system, west of the Petrin system. The Round Engine has discovered what they initially thought was an artificially constructed planet. The object had the crust of a planet, but was surrounded by metallic, artificial structures. Upon closer investigation, Bracer's crew also discovered extremely large thrusters and all kinds of weaponry attached to it. Given this, Bracer has hypothesized that this is a so-called planet craft, a planet that has been turned into a spaceship. Who made this behemoth is unknown, but judging from the vessel's age, it was likely created even before the creators became a sentient species. Even more unbelievably, the ship seems to have served a militaristic purpose, which must have been a terrifying sight. Bracer has sent a report back to Holding HQ stating that while restoration or deconstruction would be technically possible, the resources and technology required are absolutely out of our reach, and will likely remain so for a long time. Even without practical use, this is still a marvelous discovery. Another discovery has been made in the north. On the border of currently explored space, in the system of Bulgan's Breach, there is an object orbiting the black hole at the system's center. It's several kilometers wide and tall, with a strange spatial anomaly in its core. After enthusiastic study, the Night Fortress has developed several hypotheses about the object, which they've called a gateway. This megastructure appears responsible for creating and maintaining the anomaly, and faint power signatures suggest it is still active. Given that the anomaly is large enough for ships to enter and seems to bend space around it, Arapoid and their team have proposed that it is a wormhole, and that the structure once linked to other gateways across the galaxy. Currently, however, any matter that tries to enter is repulsed. The gateway also contains a network of computers that might control it, but their design is completely foreign to us. We will need more examples of this technology to begin understanding its operation. One final note, the gateway appears to have been constructed using nanites, microscopic machines capable of building anything given sufficient raw materials. This is yet another fascinating discovery, and we'll certainly be on the lookout for more megastructures like it. While surveying the gateway, the crew of the Knott's Night Fortress has made another discovery, this time involving the black hole itself. It contains a large amount of the previously hypothetical substance dark matter. It's hard to describe exactly what dark matter is, but in essence, it's a type of matter that doesn't interact with light, making it effectively invisible. For our purposes, dark matter is valuable due to its unique and exotic particles, which could allow for technologies that, in theory, break several natural laws. Harvesting it is currently impossible due to its volatile nature and proximity to the black hole. Still, if we can find a way, it could offer us a significant edge. A pre-FTL civilization has been discovered on the tropical planet Xolkin Line in the Taurus system. Like the civilization on Gennard, they are in an early space age and will likely discover hyperlanes within the century. Notably, their system lies somewhat between us and the Painan, so it's unclear who will end up with authority over what happens to them. We don't know the Painan Commonwealth's stance on civilizations like this, so I suppose we'll find out. Two of our leaders have developed enough to be considered specialists. Rob Bott, our COO, has done extensive work managing Holdings operations on the Sun habitat and has earned the title of Industrialist, a specialist in planetary management. On the scientific side, Arapoid has been mapping out our corner of the galaxy and has earned the title of Explorer, a specialist in space exploration and research. Our leaders are getting better by the day. Our diplomats assigned to the Painan Commonwealth have completed their initial mission. The Commonwealth has agreed to sign a commercial agreement with not holding on behalf of the Tradiarchs. Previously, the Commonwealth's legal restrictions on commerce prevented Tradiarchs from doing business with the Painan. Now, however, we can. Tradiarch business units and freighters are already rushing toward the border, heralding a new age of prosperity for both peoples. A month later, the Painan government also signed a research agreement with Holding directly. Now scientists from both nations will collaborate, boosting scientific progress. Diplomats will remain in the Commonwealth to further strengthen relations, but this has already been a good day for diplomacy. Aihi and the Knott's Avalanche have finally uncovered why the Nagyari call their homeworld the Iron Ring. It's literally an iron ring. More specifically, it's a ring world, a megastructure that allows an entire population to live on a system-spanning metal ring with a terrestrial environment. This ring is suspended around the system's star, and has over 4 times the living space of the Sun habitat. However, only one of its 4 sections is currently inhabited, though that one section alone is still larger than our home. The ring world appears to have been struck by a rogue moon in the past. 2 sections are temporarily uninhabitable, and 1 was completely destroyed. This discovery increases our estimate of the Nagyari threat. If they were to fully repair their homeworld, they could potentially outpace us by sheer population and become an unstoppable force. The Avalanche will remain nearby to gather more intel on the Iron Ring and the Nagyari people. With that humbling revelation, I think we'll leave off. So, be sure to tune in next time for another episode of The Final Contingency, as well as something a little extra special. Thank you very much, and goodbye.